Yo, what is up? So, a track, actually, music video that just came out, maybe a couple days ago, maybe longer. Yeah, over a week, 9 days ago. Um, I've been wanting to check this out. I figured why not do a reaction video? Um, I've heard, Jordan Lucas, 24 Hours to Live. Um, I could re-listen to that multiple times. I really enjoy that song. It's a thinker song, and obviously, when you think about that, obviously, there's multiple people that have done that style or 24 Hours to Live. What would you do? But the Jordan Lucas one, so fucking sick. Like, it's so fucking good. Um, but this one, I don't know what to expect besides him just crushing it because he's just amazing at storytelling. Um, so let's get to it. Let's see what this song's about.
Man, you know you're supposed to be asleep, right?
I'm having trouble falling asleep.
You having trouble falling asleep? How about Daddy reads you a bedtime story?
Yeah.
Want me to read you a
Oh, that's
bedtime story?
cool. That's cool.
Alright.
Taking care of his kid.
Well, I got just the perfect bedtime story for you. See this story right here? It's called The Three Little Pigs.
Oh.
Three little pigs. They was all grown up and they were drinking some hot coffee and eating donuts. It was a beautiful sunny day, some real perfect weather, and the pigs was dressed the same, cause they all work together and that job ain't really easy, and they work is kinda scary, so they all got water guns. That's their favorite thing to carry, and they'll squirt you more than once if they think it's necessary, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get back to the story. Deep inside the forest was a family of wolves in a pack. Even though they had sharp teeth and they were black, ain't really mean that they'll attack. Just means that they were trapped because the color of their fur made some believe that they was bad. Now, I know that sounds sad, but ain't nobody care, cause the problem with the wolves is they were never treated fair, and no matter where they go, only one thing is...
That's fucked up. But it's sad. It's fucking true. Like, man. I just need to take one story. Me and my friend Marcus, we were walking back from work. It was a late shift. I was like, yeah, we had no way to get a ride. Uber wasn't really around that area. I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. We'll talk and pass the time. We got walk. It was like maybe an hour or so walk from the job to our houses, our apartments, and we lived pretty close. Like, it wasn't that far apart. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Good way to pass the time. We were coming up, like, it was like kind of this incline, and we see a cop pass us, and I'm like, oh shit. And he also thought the same thing, and I'm like, granted, I could be doing that and walking and riding on a bike, and the cops would just stop you for no fucking reason. And I know it just happens. It's a smaller town, but in general, actually, not just small town, but pulled up, peeled up. She peeled up and basically took the big spotlight, shined on us. What are you guys up to? Are you up to no good? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck are you doing that shit? Like, we're walking home from work. We both work together. We have our badges. You can call our job. And as it's coming up, you know, it was just pissed me off what he said next. It's like, oh, because the cops knew me just for the fact that they knew who my stepfather was. I didn't want. How can I say? Put it this way: my real father, like his deadbeat dad, but uh, this guy that was my, like basically my father. He showed me the ropes, like how to be a man, what to do in life, and how to be a good person. But he was in a biker gang. I won't say what or who, but he gave that life up. He raised his kids. I just happened to come along, and he knew my mother, and they dated a little bit, and he saw the way I was treated in my upbringing. I had no father figure to lead me, and so I'm turning off from the story but they knew me because of him, because he helped stop a robbery at a gas station, because the cops didn't respond soon enough. Like, this was like the guy would have been done, put it that way. Luckily that didn't happen. The guy was subdued till they came. Although there's some good cops. I haven't run into a lot of them, but I know there probably is. But it's kind of hard. But I'm probably gonna get hate from it. But it's the truth. This is where I've been around. But anyways, getting back to it, me and my friend Marcus walking along. Cop peels off, shines the spotlight. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" Shines the light. He's like, "Oh, I see my and him and my friend's like, Tommy is like, "I fucking knew it. Like, fucking, this always happens." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, just because it's fucking complexion in your skin, you're a fucking dick. Like, that pisses me off." There are fucking cops that fucking treat people like this. It fucking pisses me off. And because I was there, that stopped it. I'm glad I didn't know at the time that, because the way I look, I stopped that from happening. What could have happened? I don't know what would have happened. The guy, my friend, Mark, is like straight up like really good guy. One of the nicest people in the world. That shouldn't fucking happen to him. This happened maybe over 10 years ago, but still pissing me off because some of these guys are still doing this. It's fucked up. And I know not every one of them are like that, but those that know. Maybe it's I don't know. It's pissing me off. It just reminded me of that. It's fucked up. People have to go through this. It's fucked up. Like, seeing it firsthand and fucking, pissing me off. Especially with good fucking people. Doing nothing but walking home from work to get to his girlfriend that was pregnant. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Let's get back to the song. But it's good to have songs like this fucking teach you and teach the kids, it's fucked up. It's fucked up world.
Clear that as long as you're a wolf, the pigs gonna be scared. So the forest and the town was separated. And if the wolves wanted to come around, they hesitated. Cause they knew they wasn't welcome there. So every time they roamed, they always said a prayer in hopes that they could make it home. But the night was getting cold and all the food was running low. And then right here is a picture of some pots on the stove, some empty cabinets, some old bread with the mold. Let me flip the page real quick. Then one of the wolves said they gon' drive up to the store, and so he hopped inside his car. And before he cranked the key, he put his seatbelt on and buckled up to be as safe can be. Followed every traffic rule on the way from A to Z, and then he went to, man, let me skip to the good part. So after he bought some groceries and he was done for good, then he put the food inside his trunk as fast as he could. Then he started driving perfectly and headed towards the woods until he seen the pig's car and knew this probably wasn't good. The pigs on the prowl started speeding up and yelling loud, pull over right now. Turn the car off and throw the keys on the ground and step out and get on your knees and don't even make a sound. The wolf said, wow, how is this allowed? I got my license registration, why you trying to take me down? And he was real scared cause he knew what the pig's about. So he refused to get out and started speeding to his house. Then he pulled up, hopped out, almost fell down, but ran inside the front door. That's when he locked the pigs out. Then the pigs screamed loud, get up out this house now, or I'ma huff, I'ma puff, I'ma blow this house down. And now they got the house surrounded, pointing all their water guns, about to shoot some water rounds. Kicked the door down and all they heard was water sounds. That's what happens when the pigs fear you. So here's the moral of the story with a clear view. No matter who you with, or where you're at, or where to, there's always gonna be 3 little pigs living near you.
Good night, buddy.
He's preparing him. It's sad. A father has to prepare his kid like that. That's fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to say anything after that because it's fucked up. When you see it, I was lucky in a sense early in my life, being brought up, being taught, look out for your fellow man. I'm not trying to relate, but if I can, somehow like even in that instance help a friend out, just by being by the side, it's fucked up. It shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't. Yeah.